Okay, now, here's an example of the homework. Okay, you've done the challenge, so now we need to do the homework. So I pop in here and just stop and read, first of all. Here's a current score. I've already played with this a lot, so. And you have unlimited attempts per question. What does that tell you? You can do it until you get it right. Is that correct? And this will affect your study plan score, obviously, and your study plan is your overall grade. And I received 5 credits, 5 points for the topics I mastered in M04. Okay, the challenge in Module 4, Chapter 2. Now, guys, let's be logical here. The more points you get right in challenge, the more points you're going to get here, which means there's going to be less for you to do. So I have one that was missed, okay? And I did this intentionally, simply because I wanted to see what happened, right? Well, this is what happens. It gets marked, it's wrong, or I think I got partial credit for you, okay? Let's go look at that. Look at what we got. Right here. So here is the question that was missed, okay? And I need to know what I did wrong, right? So if I go to question help and I view an example, it's going to give me an example very almost identical to this. And it's usually in parts. Now at the top there's the question, and then there's the setup for it. And then you have little informations here. It says click the icon to view the frequency distribution. Well, if you click that, it's going to give you the data that you're working with, which is nice. Now look here. I can copy that. I can open it in Excel, or I can open it in StatCrunch. That's key. Don't try to crunch these numbers in your head. Take it into Excel if you're more comfortable with that, or StatCrunch if you have read the tutorials and can do it adequately. Or I can simply copy it to a clipboard and I can print this, right? I can print it here. I could copy it to an area, and then I could copy it to another package. That is so important because you can let the software do the work for you. Several of you have mentioned you don't like crunching numbers, that you love statistics, but you hate to do the calculations. Well, let's learn to use Excel to take away all this I hate stuff and get down to what you really enjoy, and that's analyzing. So that's one way to do that. So whenever you see this little icon, that means you can transfer that. This is an example, so you would go through this, and it kind of shows you how to think about it, and then it gives you how to calculate it. Now, a lot of times, you can do these calculations in Excel, but you can see how this kind of walks you through that. And when you get done with it, you should be taking notes on the areas that you are confused with. So if you keep taking notes on this, when you get back and get done, I have one part remaining. And see, it shows you how to calculate it and what the answers are supposed to be. But it won't tell you the answers for the homework. But it will show you how to do a problem similar to it so that you can figure out how to calculate this. Again, you can go to this textbook here, or you can go to StatCrunch. So, and if we go back, let's see if I just close this, leave. Please note, unlimited attempts per question, which means you can stay in there and get that question solved. So don't give up easily. So once you get that done, then you have to go and do the review. Now, let's see what next to study. Go to your study plan. I'm actually in my labs, my lab statistics. And if you go into the lab itself by going into clicking on the left-hand side and clicking my stats. You can actually practice this stuff here, and then you can get a quiz on it so that you don't waste time and effort doing something that that's for real points, and then you can't redo it. So there are all kinds of things to help you get through this homework. So the next thing we look at is the review now.